It's a weekend and so much has happened since Monday, and right on top of the week's headlines is President Marcos and his push to reset the cabinet. Who's in? Who's out? Let's see if our guest tonight can give us more clues. Welcome back to the big story, Palace Press Officer Castro. Good evening sa inyo. Well, I'm sure it's gonna be a busy weekend dahil hindi pa tapos ang cabinet. Great cabinet revamp is what we're calling it.
Yes, good evening, beautiful ladies. Well, I think so. It will be so busy days for the coming week.
Many are sort of underwhelmed by the so-called shake-up. Who else are going to be affected? Can you clue us in?
Well, according to Executive Secretary Bersamin, there will be more announcements. Maybe this coming Wednesday. Let's just wait and see. And I believe there are more.
In the case of Natural Resources Secretary Loizaga, ano ba talaga ang rason? May sakit po siya? It was for health reasons, ang announcement.
We heard ES, Bersamin. It seems that there is this underperformance and maybe she should need some rest. And there may be a possibility of appointing her to another position where she excels. So let's just, again, wait and see.
Saan po yung underperformance doon? In her case?
Kanina kinuwento po ni ES na there are issues, na lagi po siya nagbabiyahe. So maybe isa po ito sa nasa record at na-evaluate sa kanya. So that's the only impression that ES Bersamin gave to us a while ago.
So parang graceful exit na lang binigay nyo sa kanya, health reasons.
Yes. And siguro alam din po niya kung saan po ba siya nagkulang or may pagkukulang po siya. But sabi nga po ni ES, this is the humanized manner of removing a person from the position.
Attorney Claire, not to diminish the accomplishments and capabilities of Energy or former Energy Secretary Popo Lotilla, pero bakit po siya yung nilipat sa DENR? What is the rationale behind that shift?
As of now, Sean, I have no idea. I do not have any details why Secretary Lotilla was chosen as a DNR secretary. So maybe he has this skills also and expertise with regard to natural resources. It was not mentioned by ES. Maybe they found something from him that will make him better as a secretary of DNR rather than the OE.
You know, the announcement said that the economic team stays, but ang DA, hindi ba yun part ng economic team, ang agriculture po?
Hindi po yata kasi parang sa economic team 5 lang po yung nabanggit. Hindi po pasok po yung DA.
Pero mahalaga rin yun sa ekonomiya. Ano po ang Mariretain po ba si Secretary Kiko?
As of now, wala po tayong anumang information. Pero sabi nga po natin, everybody should still work. There will be no interruption in their doing their task. So wala po kami pang nakikita na anumang senyales na matatanggal si Secretary Kiko.
Pero, sorry pa. Yun nga kasi yung point na hindi pa natin alam kung kailan papalitan, kung kailan matatapos yung revamp, na wala siyang deadline. It's putting a lot of people in this spot where di nila sure magtatrabaho po ba yung mga tao, if they think their secretary could be out the door. Ano po yung...
Yes, the mandate of the President is very clear. The government, the work of the government should not be interrupted during the transition. So everybody should work. So, di ba po, this is the right time and the best time for all the cabinet secretaries to do their jobs, to show that they are efficient, they are result oriented. So, mas maganda po ito ipakita nila na hindi po ako dapat matanggal because I'm doing my best. So,
parang hindi humanizing po yon. Buong weekend sila hindi makakatulog kung matatanggal ba sila o hindi.
Pero mas ano po 'to, mas magiging competitive sila sa sarili nila mismo at, mapapakita nila na, "Wait po, taong bayan, I'm good in my job, so you should, still trust me." So, I think that's the way it is.
Well, Attorney Claire, curious kami, no? Who makes up the performance review team? Is it just President Marcos? At ano po yung criteria po ba doon sa pag-review sa kanilang performance? Because the President did say, na the elections reflects the sentiment of the people and they're disappointed with the services dahil mabagal daw. Yun lang po ba yung batayan ng pag-perform sa kanilang performance?
Well, there is this committee. There is a review committee, but according again to ES Lucas Bersamin, they cannot divulge the members or who is the composition of the committee. But definitely, we can be assured that they are all objective, and the president will review the evaluation that this committee will make. So. What's the other question again?
Yung criteria po, Attorney.
Criteria.
Okay. Of course, first of all, it's the performance. And if there is some other issues about, let's say, corruption or any anomaly, it will also be put into issue.
Attorney, kailan po nabuo
Or the
na lang yung team?
performance.
Because
Oo.
kailan po nabuo tong performance review team? Sige, kahit wag na natin pag-usapan yung identity nila.
Oo nga, yeah.
Pero kasi before pa nung midterm elections, marami na pong chismis. And in fact, marami na rin, hindi naman marami, pero may ilan-ilan nang pinalitan ng mga cabsecs even before the midterm polls. So,
Yeah.
alam natin na meron na dati, di ba? So, is it that same team? And kailan pa siya na-decide na, sige, magbuo tayo ng performance review team?
Hindi ko po natanong. Sorry. Hindi ko rin po alam.
Ma'am, kayo rin sa communications office are also submitted your courtesy resignations.
I personally,
Yes,
I am
ma'am.
not a secretary. No,
Hindi.
I'm not.
Si
I'm not,
J.
student.
Ruiz po.
Yes, he submitted his courtesy resignation.
Well, I'm asking because there have been many critics of how your messaging was hijacked by the Duterte camp. You had a completely valid reason for the arrest. Let's just say you're as well as the impeachment move, and yet it backfired on you because your messaging was not as effective. How would you answer those criticisms?
Well, maybe it depends upon who, diba? It depends upon who sees the narrative. Those people who believe that the president just merely performed based on the law, based on the commitment of the country to the Interpol, they will say that the president and the government just did well.
But the election showed nga na hindi eh. The
It
results
depends.
of the
Again,
midterm elections.
I don't think that is the main reason if all the Alianza members were not voted upon. Maybe it is just part, but it is not really based on the messaging. At we will just do our best if that is the problem. And one of the problems, we will just do our best because we do not, we are not inclined to make fake news. Lots of people are now into fake news, and there is this.
Di naman po ibig sabihin magfa-fake news kayo, but then having your message reach, a wider audience, making them understand why you did what you did, why the government did what it did.
Maybe a better strategy will be adopted by the PCO, better messaging style. But it is for me, it's kind of hard if some other countries interested to our politics is also into interfering with our own politics. So I guess
You're referring to China.
I do not say that. I do not say that. But it's so
Which
hard.
country then?
Hard. It is so hard. If it's based on the findings in the Senate, it's so hard. But we will try our best to give the message across, to send the message across to the people. how good the president in his job, how good the president in his performance. So maybe we will just try another.
In closing, what would you consider his uh, uh, most important contribution in the first 3 years of
Okay.
office?
As of now, we can say that there's a decline in the inflation rate, and most people do not
Pero tumaas
appreciate
po ang
that.
poverty, tumaas ang hunger.
But we still have this walang gutom program that we believe that it reach a lot of people, and there's still some ayuda with regard to the feeding
Siguro ang
program.
DSWD is on the line.
Yes, DSWD. And I believe that all the reports of the DSWD, they are all making good in their it is making good in its performance because of this walang gutom program and the feeding program. So maybe it is just not being highlighted. I'm so sorry for that. But there are lots of programs that really for the people, especially those below poverty line. But maybe it's not just being highlighted.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for talking to us, Palace Press Officer Attorney Claire Castro.